Tonight, the Ghana Chamber of Telecommunication fears the implementation of the electronic transaction levy could be fraught with some challenges. According to its chief executive, Dr. Kenneth Ashigbe, the chamber will continue to engage government to help plug any loopholes as the GRA readies itself to commence collection of the next tax on the 1st of May. He spoke earlier on Business Live.
Levy was announced in Parliament. You realize that we had mentioned the fact that there had been no engagement. And so post that, there's been a lot of engagement that have happened. We had issued a paper to the ministry, to Parliament, and we definitely, we've not lost sight of the fact that there could be unintended consequences. So our whole posture is, what do we do to ensure that, we can mitigate those unintended consequences? You have the examples of what happened in countries like Uganda, Tanzania, in other places where, this kind of taxation has been passed, and we know how the impact has been. So government has taken some of the suggestions, recommendations we have made. Not all of them have been taken.
What were some of the recommendations? So,
well, definitely the reduction in the rate was some of them. The issues of merchants. Merchant payments was also one of them. We thought that merchant payments were in the nascent stages, and this was not the time to also be applying the levies on that, and government could rather use that to raking a lot more revenues. That was taking. We also, some of the issues that we raised were the issues of the cap. The industry itself operates on a cap. So once you're sending money to somebody beyond 1,000 cedis for MTN and Airtel Tigo money, who charge, the charge is fixed at 10 cedis. And so one of the recommendations we have been pushing to government was to also put a cap on the levy so far as that is concerned. We noticed in the final bill that was passed into law that there's no cap for mobile money, but we've seen that there's a cap.
Meanwhile, the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, still has the power to vary the threshold for applying the tax on electronic transfers. This was captured in a recent notice released by the Ghana Revenue Authority on the implementation of the e-levy. George Yafi has the rest of the story.
It was highlighted as part of the notice that the Ghana Revenue Authority sought to explain to the public that transfers coming from an individual's bank account will be subjected to a threshold that will be taxed, but determined by the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta. For some, this may come across as a big relief, especially for those that are pushing for the 100 Ghana cedis that will be excused from the tax should be up to 200 Ghana cedis. It is not clear for now whether the Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, may want to review this threshold or wait and see how the tax will perform. The Deputy Minister of Finance, Dr. John Kuma, has announced that government has revised its expected revenue from the levy by the end of this year to 4.5 billion Ghana cedis, from the initial 7 billion Ghana cedis. The Ghana Revenue Authority has also announced that the tax will take off from the beginning of next month and to charge 1.5% of the electronic transfer done at each time. It will also cover transfers from bank accounts to mobile money accounts, as well as mobile money transfers done between accounts on the same electronic money issue.
Now, the Minister for Communication and Digitization, Ursula Owusu-Ekufo, is urging Ghanaians to increase their patronage of Ghana Post services across the country. The company is among a tall list of state-owned enterprises struggling to keep up with its operational cost. However, speaking at the handing over ceremony of a new fleet of Ghana Post, the minister indicated that although government will do its part, the general public should also support by patronizing these services. Here's more.
Ghana Post was incorporated by an Act of Parliament in August 1995. In July 1999, it was converted to a limited liability company. The conversion therefore placed the company together with similar private enterprises in the same legal and regulatory operating environment. As the nation's designated operator, with a network of 360 post offices across the country, Ghana Post provides courier, financial, and traditional mail services. But over the years, the company has grappled with the challenge of making profits. Chief Executive Officer for Ghana Post, Bai Sosai-Kufuor, says although the organization faces some challenges, he will make efforts to turn the tide.
Under my leadership as the Postmaster General, and with the support of the board and management and the hard-working staff of Ghana Post, we have resolved to go that extra mile to make Ghana Post a dividend-paying organization of the state, and also an attractive company that Ghanaians will love to do business with. However, standing in our way of this ambition is the lack of adequate resources and corporate culture and identity that will drive the business. In my first 100 days with Ghana Post during my regional tours, what you could capture is that there's a team of hardworking, dedicated staff who really wanted to work, but lacked the needed logistics to support them in the course of their duties.
As part of government's effort to equip and improve efficiency of Ghana Post, the Ministry of Communication and Digitalization officially handed over a new fleet to Ghana Post. Minister responsible for state enterprises, Joseph Kujo, noted that these investments by government ought to be put to good use in order to make the company profitable.
From public enterprises, as I look at all of them as a whole, that all the public enterprises, when you put their assets together, they are about 1/3 of the GDP of Ghana. When you put the asset together, and Ghana Post, when you look at its asset base, even here and across the country, you know the extent of assets they hold. And the public enterprises are not different from Ghana Post, but Ghana Post has been one that has taken the lead to utilize the assets it has to generate products that are responsive to the current business environment.
Meanwhile, Minister for Communication and Digitalization, Esla Owusu-Ekuful, is urging Ghanaians to increase their patronage of Ghana Post services across the country.
Coming forward, but they need the patronage of the general populace to be able to also continue to provide quality services to the individuals and to corporate organizations. So I'll urge everyone to use their services. I heard a horror story about one of these courier operators, and there are lots of private ones who are providing courier services, who are tasked to deliver food to some place. By the time the food got there, half of it was eaten. And Ghana Post can ensure that nothing like that happens because they have professionally trained staff. They have tracking devices on their vehicles, and so they would know where each car is, each motorbike is at every point.
And that'll be it for Prime Business. My name is Charles Ayitey. Coming up next is international business news, after which we have Oriko Ampo for with Prime Sports. Do stay with Joy News.